You might suggest when you're going for a particular high profile job that the one thing you really need to check that everything is crossed and dotted and all that sort of stuff on your CV. I don't know about you, but in my day, we never had CVs. Do you remember? You just went along and literally told them the sort of places you'd worked. Or do you remember this? You always had to have a written letter of reference, preferably on the headed notepaper of somewhere previously that you'd worked. And then sometimes, and yes, did this happen to you? They would actually ring the person up in front of you to verify the fact that you'd actually worked there or indeed kept that particular position or role. Nerve-wracking, wasn't it? More so when you didn't get the job. Maybe this is something that the BBC now need to bring back because they've decided, well, get this, that their fact checker, I should point out, get my teeth in, yes, Mariana Spring, apparently has been caught lying. Ooh, shock horror. What next? Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. I just really wanted to share this particular story with you because a couple of months back, the BBC decided that they wanted to be more impartial, transparent, the usual thing, the home of independent news, all that claptrap. I find it incredible, you see, because all the while they have the people like Gary Lineker on board, who's allowed to spew out anything on social media, and indeed Carol Vorderman working for BBC Wales. Nobody's going to take them seriously. Let's not even mention the ongoing battle between Earl Spencer, Panorama and the BBC. Shocking stuff there. So you can understand the reason why they decided to hire this particular lady, Mariana Spring. Now what's interesting was there was big hullabaloo about her coming on board. Oh yes, every story would be verified and checked. You could totally rely on the BBC. Maybe you can, but you can't rely on Mariana. You see, she decided to lie on a CV about a rather pivotal role that she allegedly held over in Moscow working for someone else. The problem is when you do something like that, you have to then wonder, will this person actually come out on board and say, well, actually, that didn't happen? Guess what? That person came out on board and said, guess what? That didn't happen. Mariana then wrote a groveling email, which somehow got picked up by a, well, leading magazine, some people might say, printed for the world to read. Now, as of this point that we're recording this, Mariana is busy putting out grovelling apologies, and the BBC have decided exactly how to move forward with said apologies. But you see, the trust once again has gone. And more importantly, when you look at stories like this, and as we all now know, everybody who works in that particular game, when you're working for a huge corporation, huge money is thrown at this particular individual. Some people are suggesting that Mariana is on £70,000 to £150,000 a year just to be the BBC's fact checker and put out the story corrections. Incredible to think. All the while, nobody at the BBC thought to actually fact check Mariana Spring. Strange. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.